Imagine getting arrested for a pair of pants, not stolen pants, not fake designer pants, just blue jeans. The same jeans hanging in half the closets on Earth right now. But in one country, pulling on a pair of denim jeans can get you stopped in the street, questioned, fined, or worse. The country is North Korea. And today, we're breaking down exactly why blue jeans became one of the most dangerous fashion choices on the planet. How a piece of American workwear turned into a symbol of rebellion, why the government treats it as a threat to national security, and what actually happens if you're caught wearing them. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a pair of jeans the same way again. What's actually banned? Let's start with the basics. In North Korea, blue jeans, specifically the classic blue denim style most of the world wears every day, are not allowed. This isn't a rumor or an exaggeration. It's a well-documented part of the country's dress code, enforced by the state. And it's not just jeans. The ban extends to anything that looks too Western. That includes skinny jeans, ripped or distressed denim, clothing with visible foreign brand logos, and even certain hairstyles, like mullets or dyed hair, that are seen as symbols of outside influence. Black jeans get a pass, as long as they're not tight-fitting. But the moment that blue denim shows up, especially on someone young, it draws attention. And in North Korea, attention from the state is the last thing you want. Women in their 20s and 30s are reportedly targeted the most. Form-fitting clothing in general is treated with suspicion. The government's official line is that it promotes immodesty and, more importantly, foreign influence. So this isn't really about fabric. It's about what the fabric represents. Why jeans, specifically? Here's where it gets interesting. Why jeans? Why not some other piece of clothing? To understand that, you have to go back to where jeans actually came from. Denim jeans were invented in the 1870s in the United States, designed as tough, riveted workwear for miners. For decades, they stayed a practical working-class garment. But by the 1950s, something changed. Hollywood happened. Movies featuring rebellious young characters in denim turned jeans into a symbol, not of labor, but of freedom, youth, and individuality. By the time the Cold War was in full swing, blue jeans had become shorthand for American culture itself. And that's exactly the problem, from North Korea's perspective. The North Korean government has spent decades building an information wall around its citizens, controlling what they watch, what they hear, and what they wear. Western culture, especially American culture, is treated as an ideological threat, not just foreign, dangerous. So when a North Korean citizen puts on a pair of blue jeans, the government doesn't see a fashion choice. It sees a signal, a small, quiet statement that says, I've been exposed to the outside world, and I like what I see. For a regime built on total control of information and identity, that is not a small thing. That's the beginning of a crack in the wall. Who enforces this? So who's actually checking what people are wearing? North Korea has groups often referred to in reporting as fashion police, patrols frequently tied to the country's youth league, whose job includes monitoring public appearance. That means hairstyles, clothing, even the way people carry themselves in public. If someone is spotted wearing jeans or another banned item, reports describe a fairly consistent process. They're stopped, questioned, and in some cases held until they write a formal confession explaining their violation. Family members are sometimes required to bring a change of clothes before the person is released. This might sound almost absurd from the outside, but inside North Korea, it's a routine part of how the state maintains control over daily life. It's not just about punishing individuals, it's about making sure everyone else is watching too. Public enforcement creates social pressure. Neighbors monitor neighbors. Conformity becomes safer than individuality. And according to reporting based on defector accounts, the consequences aren't always limited to a stern warning. Depending on the severity and who's enforcing it, punishments described range from fines to detention. And in a system already known for harsh treatment of political and cultural violations, even a small clothing infraction can escalate quickly. The black market twist. Here's the part that makes the story genuinely fascinating. The ban doesn't actually work the way the government wants it to. Despite the risk, jeans and other banned Western items still circulate inside North Korea. Smuggled media, clothing, and fashion trends move across the border from China, often through informal trade networks. Defector testimony has repeatedly described young North Koreans secretly acquiring foreign clothing, wearing it in private, or taking the risk in public because the appeal of self-expression outweighs the fear of getting caught. Some accounts even describe young women changing into more Western-style outfits once they're safely inside their own homes or with trusted friends, enjoying a small, hidden rebellion the state can't fully see. It's a reminder that no matter how tightly a government tries to control identity, culture tends to find a way through the cracks. You can ban a product. It's a lot harder to ban a desire. The bigger picture. Zoom out. And the jeans ban isn't really about jeans at all. It's one small piece of a much larger system. North Korea regulates far more than clothing. Media, movement, communication, even how people speak about the state and its leadership are tightly controlled. The dress code exists inside that same framework, a tool for maintaining ideological uniformity in a country where almost every part of daily life is monitored in some way. What makes the jeans ban so striking to outsiders is exactly how mundane the crime is. We're not talking about smuggled weapons or classified documents. We're talking about pants, something most of the world doesn't think twice about. And that's really the point of this whole story. It shows just how far a government can go when it treats personal identity itself as a national security issue. So, next time you throw on a pair of jeans without a second thought, remember, in one corner of the world, that exact choice could get you detained. It's a strange, almost hard to believe law, but it's very real, and it says a lot about how governments use everyday things, fashion, hairstyles, even the width of your pant leg, to control identity and limit outside influence. If this blew your mind, you're going to love the rest of this channel. We dig up the strangest, most surprising laws and loopholes from countries around the world. The kind of stuff that sounds fake until you realize it's completely true. Hit subscribe to Legal Loopholes so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment and let us know, what's the strangest law you've ever heard of? We might cover it next. See you in the next video.